outstanding, good players approaching her 1,000th point mark. Tonight with me, I have Jenny Mann. Jenny, what are your thoughts on the ball game tonight?
Well, I think Gate City's going to do a really good job. Gate City's really fired up for this game tonight, and I think they have the advantage over Twin Springs. And good luck to Lisa Carter. We're really rooting for her tonight.
Number 42, Stacy Horn was, number 32, Conda Hillman coming out starting for Twin Springs. Number 14, Jennifer Bond, now on your screen there. Coming out now is number 42, Stacy Horn. Number 22 will be appearing here in a moment. Carol Maxey. Maxey, a tall, lanky young girl. Number 24, I believe it is there, and we do not, yes we do, Melissa Broadwater up there. So that is your team for Twin Springs. And now our home-standing Gate City Blue Devils. Number 23 at guard, Kathy Weiniger. At the other point guard, Deanne McConnell. McConnell does a lot of handling the ball, doesn't
she? She sure does. She's really good at it, too.
Number 15, tall, lean and mean, Michelle Lane. Karen Cowton, number 32, big center for Gate City, does a good job underneath the boards. And here's the lady of the evening, number 14, team captain and senior Lisa Carter. Now they get their Go Big Blue in there. Looks like it should be a good ball game. The last time these two teams met, Gate City came out way on top. A good ball game. Lisa Carter, we're going to be mentioning her a lot tonight because of the 1,000-point plateau. One thing we might add, this will probably be the last Gate City player that reaches the 1,000-point plateau without a tremendous contribution from the three-point line.
Lisa Carter, she's really done good, and it is a great accomplishment to have 1,000 points, have your name said you've made 1,000 points.
Okay, Kathy Weiniger now with the ball for Gate City. She'll be handling down on top of the key. Pass over to Michelle Lane. Lane looking back to Weiniger. Weiniger dribbles, passes back to Lane. Lane working the basketball, takes a shot of about 15 feet, misses it, and the ball is going to be scrambled underneath. Got a foul call. I believe it's going to go on Deanne McConnell.
It'll be Gate City's ball underneath. Lisa Carter will be inbounding the ball for Gate City. She finds Kathy Weiniger. Kathy out to McConnell. McConnell into Carter. Carter drives. Out to Michelle Lane. Back out to Carter. Carter drives. Shoots it. Doesn't fall. Rebound by Michelle Lane. Her shot's up, and it's in there.
All right, bring the ball down for the Lady Titans. Comes number 32, Conda Hillman. Hillman passing down to number 24, Broadwater. Broadwater back up to Hillman. Hillman working the top of the key area, looking around, setting up the offense for Twin Springs. Pass in the corner to number 14. She'll look back on top to Hillman. Hillman looks inside to number 24, Broadwater. She goes back out on top and over to number 22. About a 15-footer will not fall.
Rebound by Deanna McConnell. She finds Kathy Weiniger, and Kathy brings it down the court for Gate City. Kathy looks inside. She finds Lisa Carter on the corner. Lisa drives, takes a shot. It's in there. The bucket counts, and she also draws the foul. Lisa Carter will be brought to the line.
Okay, so that is 2 of Carter's 20 that she needs tonight, and has the opportunity for a tack-on point there for the 3.
Let's see what Lisa Carter can do with these shots. Lisa's a really good foul shot shooter. First shot's up, and it's in there.
Okay, number 14, Jennifer Bond. Bond working the ball into Hillman. Hillman back to Bond and down to Broadwater. Excuse me, that's Carol Maxey. Maxey crosses half court, slows things down just a bit. 6:37 to play in the first period. Really just getting underway. Gate City ahead by 5. 5-0 the score. Working around on top there to Hillman. Hillman over to and around to number 14. She'll drive. The shot is no good. Comes down on a battle ball there to McConnell.
McConnell gives the ball to Kathy Weiniger, and Kathy brings it up the court for the Lady Devils. She looks inside, and she takes a long shot. Oh, just misses. Rebound by Karen Cowton. She shoots, won't fall. Rebound by Kathy Weiniger. Passes to Lisa Carter. Lisa shoots, won't go. All kinds of shots underneath the goal for Gate City, but they just won't go in.
Maybe the cap's on a thing for them just a little bit early tonight. Conda Hillman driving for Gate City against McConnell. Passes out and working back around, back to Hillman. Ball in the corner, almost thrown away by Michelle Lane. Working on top is Hillman, back over to number 22, Carol Maxey. Maxey, one of the tallest players on the Titans team. Working it over in the corner, working against Michelle Lane. Gate City in a zone defense, being very effective. Passing into the corner, almost gets away, manages to bring it down. On top to Maxey. Maxey tries to go inside, and a foul will be called, I believe, there on Karen Cowton. Karen's just leans into those things a little sometimes.
Yeah, she really puts her body into her basketball playing, and sometimes it works out to help her, and sometimes it goes against her.
She is a big, strong girl, and is going to be probably one of Gate City's big guns a little later on. She has played well, and this is her first starting varsity year. On top, Maxey back to the little young lady wearing number 32, Conda Hillman. Hillman over to 42. Down in the corner is number 14, Bond. Bond on to around and back, and shot is up, will not fall. It's going to be battle after him. That's Lisa Carter. Carter clearing the board for Gate City.
Carter brings it across the timeline, and she looks. She gives it to Kathy Weiniger. Kathy will bring it up to the top of the key. She hands over to Amy Morris. Amy looks, takes a shot, and it's in there for two. Great shot by Amy Morris.
Morris can put the ball up from long range. Inbound is Jennifer Bond. Bond into Conda Hillman. Number 22, Maxey down court, passing off to number 24. Almost gets away. Carter playing tough there. A little defensive move, almost swat the ball away. Hillman with a shot, will not fall. Going to come down to number 14. She puts it right back up. And it's going to be Twin Springs ball out of bounds. I didn't catch who had the hand in there, did you?
No, sure didn't. All kinds of players had their hands in there.
Number 22 checking in, Jones for Gate City. Ball goes up, and Karen Cowton's going to get the push foul called on her. That's two quick fouls on Cowton. She's tough on defense. Sometimes you get just a little bit over anxious and can get the hand in. I know from experience being tall is when the first shot is good, and that will put 1 point on the board for Twin Springs. The score now 7-0. Cowton is going to make probably one of the finest basketball players on Gate City's team. She keeps working hard. White ball goes over to the blue.
Lisa Carter will throw the ball in for Gate City. She gives it to Kathy Weiniger, and Kathy brings it down the court for the Lady Devils. Kathy at the top of the key. Looks, finds Amy Morris, long pass. Amy takes a shot, and it doesn't fall. Rebound by number 14, Bond.
Bond bringing the ball across half court on the pass to, I believe that is, I missed that one just completely. That's all there is to it. 24, shot, no good. Comes down to Lisa Carter.
Lisa's really getting in there and getting those rebounds, and she'll bring it across the court for Gate City. Kathy Weiniger now with the ball. She passes. Oh, Lisa Carter ends up with it. Lisa drives, takes a shot, is short, won't fall. Rebound by Twin Springs.
And they'll bring the ball down. Conda Hillman on top there, working around, trying to get Twin Springs offense going. Not much for them so far this night. Pass back out to Hillman, over to Maxey. Maxey looking to number 24, Broadwater. Over to Maxey again, and back around the top of the key. Gate City trapping well tonight in their zone defense, in and out, and the rebound will come down to Lori Jones.
Lori hands off to Kathy Weiniger, and Kathy will bring it across the timeline for the Lady Devils. Kathy at the top of the key. She looks, finds Lisa Carter. Lisa looks, drives, back out to Lori Jones, over to Weiniger. Weiniger shoots, won't go in. Rebound by Twin Springs.
Twin Springs, number 24, bring the ball down quickly. They got a 2-on-1, and Kathy Weiniger committing a smart foul there. you don't have much choice. You either are going to commit the foul coming from behind or just going to give them the free shot. So Weininger playing heads-up basketball there, committing the foul, almost a sure layup standing under the goal, and it's a little better chance that they'll miss one of the two shots from the free throw line. Shot is up and in. 2 points now for Twin Springs, both coming from the free throw line. Lisa Carter with 3 of Gate City's 7. We are keeping track of her tonight. She is approaching the 1,000-point plateau.
Rebound was by Kathy Weininger, and she'll bring it down the court. She sets up for the Lady Devils, and she calls a timeout.
Well, with timeout on the floor, we've got 2:17 left to play in the first period. We're looking at a 7-2 lead. That's not a great big lead for Gate City at this stage of the ball game. Somebody's moving a little bit of gentle offense tonight, not rushing things, I don't think. Do you?
Well, they're trying. They'll just need to get into the game right now. The start of the game is always kind of hard. You just need to get into the game and get into the action.
The slower offense, Gate City usually a little more running, seems to be working well though against Twin Springs. Twin Springs not able to do anything with Gate City right now, especially down here on Twin Springs end of the court. Gate City is playing some super defense.
Yeah, Gate City has a great zone defense that they play against the offensive team, and it really is an effective defensive. It really works well for the Lady Devils.
Looks like Carter will be taking the ball out over here on the side as we resume play, and maybe she'll be inbounding to Weininger, and she does.
Weininger sets it up. She looks, finds Lisa Carter. Lisa out to Amy Morris. Amy over to Weininger. Weininger shoots. Won't go in. Rebound by Amy Morris. Amy out to Lisa Carter. Lisa shoots. Long shot. Nice one, too, by Lisa Carter.
Okay, so that gives Lisa Carter 5 points on the night. Minute 55 to play, and the ball comes into Conda Hillman. Hillman passing to number 22, Maxey. Gate City trapping, and they steal the ball away, get it loose anyway into the backcourt. So Twin Springs able to recover. Conda Hillman with a long pass comes down, stolen away by Michelle Lane. Lane passing to McConnell and back to Weininger to bring it up.
Weininger looks inside. She finds Amy Morris. Amy over to Lisa Carter. Lisa drives. Pass tipped away there by one of the Twin Springs players. Kathy Weininger now driving out to Lisa Carter. Lisa shoots. Oh, doesn't go. Rebound by Deanna McConnell, and she puts it up, and it's in there for 2.
We're starting to see Gate City play a lot better team ball. They are working together well. And as Twin Springs brings the ball down, Bond bringing it down, passing off quickly, and she'll be trapped underneath there. We got a foul going to go on McConnell. A little chop there, I believe, as she tried to move around to the side.
Lori Jones will be coming into the game now for Gate City. Also, number 20, May, will be coming into the game for Twin Springs.
On the line, number 14, Jennifer Bond, will be looking at 2 shots. 58 seconds, Gate City leading by 9, the score 11-2. It's a real rivalry between Gate City and Twin Springs, our neighbor up the road. Between Nicholsville and Dungannon and Fort Blackmore, they're all kind of situated there, and Twin Springs more or less in the center of that area. They draw from all those schools as we draw from Weber City, Hilton's, and that area. Carter with the ball now, bringing it down for Gate City.
Carter will set up the Lady Devils offense. She passes over to Amy Morris. Amy looks back out to Carter. Carter takes a long shot. Oh, just misses. And there'll be a foul called on Lisa Carter.
She was playing some heavy defense there and just managed to get the hand in on it. 43 seconds. Again, everything Twin Springs has got's been from the free throw line. They can't get inside on that fantastic Gate City defense.
Yeah, Gate City really good on defense and fantastic on offense too. there'll be a foul called on Karen Calton. That makes her third foul already in the first quarter of the game.
Coach Sandy Blackwell may be getting a little nervous on the foul situation on Calton. Of course, he does have a couple of good reserve players. Lori Jones, who is in right now, along with, I believe the other one is in there, Michelle Lane, can play that position. I have seen him move Carter into that position, too. So very flexible Gate City team. First shot won't fall, and we'll see what she does with the second one. And that one's in, so 4 points on free throws for Twin Springs.
Lisa brings the ball into Lori Jones. Lori met by some Twin Springs defensive players who are playing good defense right now. Lisa, long pass to Deanne McConnell, stolen away by Twin Springs.
Vaughn did a good job getting the hand in there and dropping that ball down. Gate City quickly getting back on the defensive. Out on top, number 32, Hillman, working against number 34 of Gate City. Tries to go inside and finds the open man, and there it is. Finally, 2 points from the field for number 24, Melissa Broadwater.
Lisa hands the ball in to Amy Morris, and Lisa makes a long pass to Deanne McConnell, but it's over her head, and that'll be the end of the first quarter of play.
Okay, so we have got 11-6. Gate City cheerleaders are coming out onto the floor, and we'll try to get Ivan to bring the camera around and get a good shot of these young ladies. They will be doing a little dance routine, I understand, at halftime here for us, so we will keep you in here on that. Folks, I want to say something while I've got the opportunity. Jenny Mann has been coming up here doing this with us, and we have had some awful good comments on her. What is this for you, your year in high school?
This is my freshman year in high school.
Freshman year, so you're 15 or 14, right?
I'm 14.
She's 14 years old, and it takes a lot of guts to come up here and do this, and we're awful proud of her. If you see her around, tell her how well she's doing, because it does help when you're trying to start out and learn. And we are going to try to work in helping some of the youngsters at Gate City High School. We have been using PJ Grinzel a bit. He is a senior, and we have to have someone who can talk as well as PJ by the time they're a senior, so you're it.
Oh,
okay.
Okay, that's fine with me. I love doing this.
On the ball there, number 14, Bond, passing off on top to Hillman. Hillman to number 20, who's new into the game. And this ball's going to come off to Lisa Carter.
Lisa, really good on getting, she's a real hustler. She gets after the ball. She passes over to Kathy Weiniger. Kathy Weiniger over to Jones, back to Lisa. Lisa looks, she dribbles, and the ball is knocked away. It'll be Twin Springs ball.
7:28 to play in this half of basketball, just the first half. Gate City ahead 11-6, and the ball bopped up by Carter. And looky there, thank you, Miss Conda Hillman, for slapping the ball on the way down, says Gate City's players, because that was definitely out on Lisa, and she will inbound the ball to Weiniger.
Weiniger will set it up for Gate City. She'll pass off to, it'll be stolen by Twin Springs.
Nikki May and goes back to Weiniger. Go ahead. Got a double dribble on Weiniger.
All kinds of action happened in just a few seconds right there. We couldn't hardly take it all in.
It's quick, and I like to see a good basketball game, and that's what we're seeing tonight. Twin Springs, Conda Hillman passing into Maxey. Maxey over to May. Back to Maxey. She will shoot one up about 13 feet. Comes down to Carter, but bounced out of bounds there by number 20, Nikki May. So Gate City will retain possession.
Lisa Carter gives the ball to Kathy Weiniger, and Kathy will bring it down the court for the Lady Devils. She passes to Lisa Carter, back to Weiniger. Weiniger sets up their offense over to Lori Jones. Lori into Michelle Lane. Michelle Lane shot up over the goal. Rebound by Lisa Carter. Lisa takes a long shot. Nice, nothing but net shot by Lisa Carter.
Okay, they just gave her 2 on that, folks. She was not outside the three-point line, so that gives her 7 on the night. And number 24, Broadwater with a shot in there. Makes it 8-13, Gate City's favor.
Kathy Weiniger.
Something's wrong here. I believe they're going to wonder, and I would too, on what was going on there, trying to slow it down enough so they get things back in control. Gate City did have the ball game wrapped tightly, and something has come a little loose on the old wheel, and they're going to tighten it up. Coach Blackwell, very, very astute coach, probably one of the best Highland District basketball coaches. He seems to always produce a 1 or 2 ranked team in the high school ranks, don't you think?
Yeah, he does a really good job with the girls. We practice the JV practices with him sometimes, and he's tough on us, but it helps us to learn. It helps us to be better basketball players.
He is fair about things, too, and very consistent. You know, a lot of discipline is needed to play ball at this level, and that is what Gate City gets. The right kind of discipline with the right kind of hand, and it makes a world of difference. I know you girls love him.
Yeah, we really appreciate our coaches. They're wonderful. Lisa Carter will throw the ball into Kathy Weiniger, and she'll bring it up the court for the Lady Devils. She passes over to Lori Jones. Lori into Michelle Lane. Michelle looks. Nowhere to go into Lisa Carter. Lisa shoots, and it won't go. Rebound by Kathy Weiniger. And the ball is, there's a scramble for the ball, but Lisa Carter ends up with it. Over to Weiniger. Weiniger looks. She long pass over to Lori Jones. Jones back to Weiniger. Weiniger takes a shot, and it won't go either. Rebound by Deanne McConnell, but the ball is knocked out by a Twin Springs player. I didn't catch who it was, but it'll be Gate City ball.
McConnell's a real hustler. She doesn't get a lot of credit a lot of times. She is the probably number 2 hustler on Gate City's offensive and defensive team.
Yeah, McConnell is really a quick player. Amy Morris with a long shot. Nothing but net for Amy Morris. Nice shot there by Amy.
Inbounding is Bond. Bond into Conda Hillman. Hillman working the ball down the sideline here, and comes, whoa, and who's going to wind up with it? Gate City, of course.
Gate City doing a really good job on defense. Long past Amy Morris over her head. It'll be Twin Springs ball.
Amy Morris was not quite as tall as Lisa was thinking there, and the ball just drifted just out of her reach. Not much, though. It was a definitely well-designed idea. Conda Hillman coming down. She's working against 2 Gate City defenders, Weiniger and McConnell out there hanging tough, and Gate City will force the jump, and it'll go over to Gate City.
Nice job there by Amy Morris. She tied the ball up for Gate City. Lisa Carter brings the ball in to Kathy Weiniger. Kathy brings it across the timeline. She is looking inside. She finds Lisa Carter. Lisa looks, she drives. Out to Morris. Morris at the top of the key, over to Weiniger. Weiniger looks inside, finds Michelle Lane. Michelle with a shot.
Oh,
nice shot.
What a hook. I'll tell you, I would like to see that in boys basketball. That was tremendous. Number 14, Bond, going inside and going to get a foul on Michelle Lane.
Number 22 into the ball game now for Twin Springs. Carol Maxey.
And number 14 will be going to the line. Jennifer Bond. Half of the Twin Springs points have come from the free throw line, and that will add another one. Brings the score to 17 for Gate City, 9 for Twin Springs. Cross-county rivalry going on here. Second shot will fall also, so it pulls them within 7.
Kathy Weiniger with the ball. Tight press by Twin Springs. She passes over to McConnell. McConnell over to Lane. Lane shoots, and she draws a foul by number 14, Bond. And that'll bring Michelle Lane to the line.
When you press, you can leave that back door open, and that's what they were playing there, and that's what happened. So that'll put Lane on the line. She was, if the foul hadn't been there, the 2 points would have been.
Michelle shoots, and the first one does not foul. Let's see what she can do with this second shot. The shot is up, and it's in there.
All right, Twin Springs now take the ball. Jennifer Bond, who inbound, goes into number 32, Conda Hillman. Hillman working it down. cross-court pass headed for Maxey, and that ball taps away there. Foul going to be called, number 24 on Melissa Broadwater. She was trying to get control of the ball again, and believe that Gate City's in the bonus. No, they are not. So we've got it out over here on the side.
Lisa will throw the ball in for Gate City, and she throws it in to Kathy Weiniger. Kathy at the top of the key. Pass over to McConnell. McConnell looks back over to Weiniger. Weiniger over to Morris. Morris inside the lane. Ball is knocked away there by number 24, Broadwater, and it'll be Gate City ball. Carter throws the ball in for Gate City. She gives it to Kathy Weiniger over to Morris. Morris to Carter. Carter, long pass over to McConnell. And McConnell with a kind of a strange pass there. It'll be...
White ball, he's saying. Red tipped it, white ball.
Okay. Lisa Carter will throw the ball in for Gate City. She gives it to Weiniger. Weiniger across the timeline. Weiniger dribbles. She passes off to Morris. Morris looks over to Carter. Carter dribbles. Pass over to Weiniger. Weiniger takes the shot, and it's in there. Nice shot by Kathy Weiniger.
So Bond will bring the ball in for the Lady Titans. Working to Conda Hillman. No, hello, Miss Bond. She didn't see that one coming. Pass back to Bond this time. Trapped over in the corner, pass to Conda Hillman over to Maxey. Maxey working the ball around the top of the key. Looks inside to Broadwater. Shot up and in.
Nice move there by number 24. Lisa hands the ball in to Kathy Weiniger. Kathy will bring it up the court, met by the Titans defensive players. She loses Deanne McConnell now as the ball pass over to Michelle Lane. Michelle shot up, and it's in there for two.
Lane is having a good night. She really is. Bring the ball down. Conda Hillman. Hillman passing to number 42, Horn. Horn looking inside for Jennifer Bond. Shot is up, will not fall. Comes down on a battle with who else but McConnell in there right in the middle of it, scrapping for Gate City. She is a game player.
She's quick. She's got her speed and everything, and she's really an aggressive player.
She and Lisa Carter complement each other quite well at the forward position.
Lori Jones will come into the game now for Amy Morris.
Inbounding is Conda Hillman. Hillman tries to go to Maxey and winds up in a log jam there, so to speak. On top to Bond. Bond will take it, and it'll go for two. The score 22-14, Gate City.
Lisa into Weiniger. Weiniger back to Carter. Carter long pass over McConnell's head. It'll be Twin Springs ball.
Well, Twin Springs has played some good basketball against Gate City tonight, as we have just a second here. 2:06 on the clock, and we're about to get back underway. Inbounding is Bond. Bond looking down and back around, and it'll come back to her. She loses control and falls down to Lori Jones. Jones walks. Just one too many steps there. I believe she might have had someone coming in behind her. Twin Springs with the ball. Going to come down and just roll right out of bounds.
There's been a few wild passes in this game, but there's been a lot of action. This has been a really exciting game. Amy Morris will throw the ball in for Gate City, and there'll be a red time called.
Well, while we've got time out, let's look at what's happening out here on the floor a little bit. Gate City doing a good job. They really are. The defense has been impressive. Things getting a little out of control from time to time, but I have to say one thing: they are playing a well-coached team from Twin Springs, and it's keeping the ball game interesting.
Gate City has a really good defense. They're not as many points on the board as we usually see from Gate City, but they're really doing a good job. They've got a fantastic defense, as we've mentioned many times in this first half, but it's just really outstanding. They jam up the middle, and it just prevents any inside shots for Twin Springs.
If they get, well, as I was saying earlier, a lot of their points have just come from the free throw line. Gate City's committing fouls. The only person really in any foul trouble, Karen Cowton. It's just been a little scattered around fouls, not the kind that gets anybody worried.
Well, Gate City takes the floor first. We're waiting on the Twin Springs Lady Titans.
Come on, girls, you want to play? Let's play a while. We'd like to see you out here, you know. They finally do show up.
Kathy Weiniger bringing the ball down now for Gate City. She passes over to Lori Jones. Lori into Lane. Lane takes a shot, and it doesn't fall. Rebound by Amy Morris. Amy puts it back up. Still won't go. Rebound again by Amy Morris. Over to Weiniger. Weiniger shoots. Shots just aren't going in tonight for Gate City. Lori Jones with the ball now. She passes over to Amy Morris. Amy takes another shot. It won't go either. Rebound. There is a jump ball, and it'll be Gate City's ball.
On this possession, Gate City is trying to shoot around. That way everybody gets a shot and it goes in. I think. Don't you?
I think so, too.
Okay. Lisa Carter checks back into the game. She was taking a little breather there on the side, and she'll inbound the ball. Weiniger with the shot, won't fall, comes down to Broadwater on the other side. A little bit of a fast break coming down to Bond, and she's got it, too.
Amy Morris throws the ball into Weiniger. Weiniger is met by two Titan defensive players. The ball stolen away there by number 14. She takes the layup shot, but it doesn't go in. Weiniger with the ball now. She brings it down the court for Gate City. She takes a shot, long shot, and it's in there. Nice shot by Kathy Weiniger. That's a three-pointer.
All right, Bond bringing the ball down for Gate City. For Twin Springs, she was trapped there heavily. Into Maxey and over to number 20. The shot will go up and it will come back down. Be bopped out of bounds, I believe. No, they call a foul there on Michelle Lane.
37 seconds left in the first half of play.
It's getting a little closer here. 25-16. Number 24 on the line, Melissa Broadwater for Twin Springs. The official is getting tangled up in the microphone cord, and they're going to give him a buzz for that. No, number 10, Cynthia Kaler coming in. A little confusion here. He says, now why is all this stuff here? That is probably the finest official in the Highlands District right there. I love to see that man call a basketball game.
He really does a good job. Rebound by Michelle Lane. She hands over to Lisa Carter, and Lisa will bring it down the court for the Lady Devils. Lisa, real quick down the court. She hands off to Kathy Weiniger. Kathy inside to Michelle Lane. Shots up, and it's good, and she also draws the foul. Nice job there by Michelle Lane. She's really doing an excellent job tonight.
Michelle Lane with about 9 points so far on the night, and that is exceptional for her, I believe. She does usually score well, but she's had more opportunities tonight with the basketball. I believe Twin Springs knows Carter's close, and they're playing her tight.
Yeah, nice shot there by Michelle Lane. That gives Gate City another point.
28-16 the score. Ball comes into number 10, Kaler. Kaler working, passing over to number 22, Maxey. Maxey across the half court, working against Weiniger. On top again to Kaler. Down in the corner to Bond. Back inside to Maxey. Maxey will pass it back out. Bond will take the shot from the corner and rebounded up by number 24, Broadwater. The shot drops. That will end the half, but stay right here with us, folks. Don't run away, because we have got a little treat coming up for you. The Gate City cheerleaders have worked up a little dance routine, and if Mr. Sanders will get his camera over that way and get us a good shot of these ladies, we will see what the Gate City junior varsity cheerleaders can do tonight. They are a fine group of young ladies, and we're awful proud of the work they do. They'll get it right in here in just a second. Having a little problem down here with the sound system. Now they run back in and say, do that again there. We don't want to do it wrong. There we go. Okay, that will do it for halftime, and at the half, Gate City leads 28-18. We'll be back in a moment with the second half of action. All righty, folks, we are back ready for action, and it's going out onto the floor. Twin Springs will have the basketball first in the second half here. As we were saying, Gate City well ahead. Clock is still running, and not hardly time yet to start, they say. So we're going to wait. Clock being operated tonight by our own Stan Rogers. Now we'll get things set up here, and everything will be ready to go. Twin Springs with the ball, and they are working it in. Pass going in there to number 24, Broadwater. Rebounded, comes down to Karen Cowton, and there's going to be a fight for the ball almost. Jump.
It'll be Gate City's ball. Lisa Carter will throw the ball in for Gate City. She gives it to Kathy Weiniger. Kathy met by all kinds of red little players running around. Kathy brings it across the line. She finds Deanne McConnell. McConnell dribbles. She looks inside, out to Weiniger. Weiniger dribbles. She passes off to Michelle Lane. Michelle looks inside, over to McConnell. McConnell back to Lane. Lane takes the shot. It won't go. Rebound by Twin Springs.
And Maxey will bring the ball down. Pass going over to number 32, Hillman. Hillman passing down to Bond. Bond with a long shot. Will not fall. Comes down to Lisa Carter. And Carter will be fouled by number 42 there, Stacy Horn.
Lisa Carter will throw the ball in for Gate City. And she'll give it to Kathy Weiniger. Kathy brings it across the timeline. She's at the top of the key. She dribbles, looks inside, finds Michelle Lane. Back out to Weiniger. Weiniger looks, dribbles, pass into Karen Cowton, and she's fouled by number 22, Maxey, Carol Maxey.
All right. Coming into the game, number 34, Amy Morris for Gate City.
Lisa Carter will be throwing the ball in. She throws it to Deanne, and Deanne almost gets out of bounds. Lisa shoots. 2 more for Lisa Carter. That makes 9 for Lisa Carter.
And the ball coming down there to Broadwater. Lisa Carter steals it away. She is headed down the court, but she's going to be fouled. Number 32 got in there. Conda Hillman just kind of fouled her.
Just kind of knocked Lisa out of the way. Gate City will have the ball now. Lisa throws it in. She gives it to Kathy Weiniger. Kathy setting up the offense for the Lady Devils. She finds Amy Morris. Pass out to Lisa Carter. Lisa looks back over to Morris. Morris back to Carter. Carter drives out to Kathy Weiniger. Kathy shoots, and it does not foul. We'll have a foul by number 21, Deanne McConnell. It'll be an offensive foul on the rebound. Twin Springs has the ball now. Number 14 throws it in. Bond, she finds back over to 14. 14 across the timeline. And Deanne McConnell called with another foul there. 2 quick fouls for Deanne McConnell.
Gate City playing an aggressive ball game tonight, and that is where all the fouls are coming from. Conda Hillman working out on top. Over to Bond. Bond into number 22, Maxey. Up with the shot. Will not fall. Comes down to Broadwater, and she'll put it up and in.
Kathy Weiniger with the ball now. She's met by, long pass over to Amy Morris. Amy down the court. She gives it in to Kathy Weiniger. Kathy will shoot. Won't fall. Rebound by Lisa Carter. Shot won't fall. Rebound by Michelle Lane, and she'll be fouled by number 24, Broadwater.
Broadwater is in on the fouls quite a bit. She must be getting up there and close to 4.
Lisa Carter will be throwing the ball in for Gate City. She finds Kathy Weiniger. Kathy out to Morris. Morris into Carter. Carter drives, and there'll be a pushing foul called on number 42, Stacy Horn.
Stacy Horn was going to do more than push, and one of our officials quickly steps in and more or less saves the technical.
Nice job by the officials there.
That was a come from behind slap on the head that was on the way.
Gate City's in the bonus now. Lisa will be shooting 1 and 1, I believe. Let's see what Lisa does with these shots. Oh, doesn't go in. Off Twin Springs. Oh, it'll be Gate City ball. Lisa throws the ball in for Gate City. She throws it into Amy Morris. Amy back to Carter. Carter drives. She shoots. Won't go in. Rebound by Kathy. Kathy shoots. Won't go. Rebound by Karen Cowton. She puts it up for 2.
Okay, Conda Hillman will bring the ball down for Twin Springs, passing off to Maxey. Maxey working the ball across half court, facing Carter and Weiniger. And Carter got a hand in, and she is giving the official a nice big stare, and she says, I really don't think I touched her. I don't really think she did either that time. That was awful close there. That's one that definitely is a judgment call, and he's a lot closer than I am. Conda Hillman working the basketball across the top and pass off to Bond. Bond trapped, passing around, goes to Maxey. Maxey with a shot up, will go in there.
Lisa Carter throws it into Kathy Weiniger. Kathy met by defensive players, Twin Springs defensive players. She makes a long pass, recovered by Michelle Lane there. Lane to Morris, Morris to Weiniger. Weiniger loses a hand on it, but Karen Cowton ends up with the ball. Rebound by Michelle Lane. Michelle puts it up, won't go. Rebound by number 24, Broadwater.
Broadwater bring the ball down, passing off to number 14, Bond. Bond back to Carol Maxey and over to Conda Hillman. And finally, Maxey winds up with it down on the side, over to Hillman. We have got a foul on one of Gate City's players, 32, Karen Cowton, in some definite foul trouble. 4:17 to play in the third period. Bond working it on top to Hillman. Hillman around the top of the key. Stolen away or batted away by Lisa Carter. Carter trying to get control of the ball, just has to slow it down. She wanted a fast break and it just didn't materialize for her. Working it back around, Carter on top. She will shoot it, and bang!
Nice shot by Lisa Carter. She now has 11 points.
Coming down, Conda Hillman. Hillman working the ball quickly, working down, and just lets it just take a little roll right out of the end of the floor there.
Rolls over to Gate City. Lori Jones enters the ball game now for Michelle Lane. There'll be a white timeout called.
Sandy Blackwell wisely trying to slow things down. Gate City has done well tonight in their slower offense, and he realizes what's going on out there. A lot of people here are aware that Lisa Carter is approaching the 1,000 point mark. She now has 991. So you can see if you were going to concentrate on an offensive weapon to try to shut down, she's the one to concentrate on. That's what they've been doing all night.
We're really hoping Lisa gets her 20 points tonight to make it 1,000, and that's really an accomplishment. Like I said before, having 1,000 points is just something very few people can do.
All righty, we've got 3:43 as the clock is stopped, and we hope you are enjoying Lady Devil basketball on Scott County Cablevision, Channel 30. As we get ready for action again, will be Gate City's ball down on the far end of the floor.
Lisa Carter to throw the ball in for Gate City. And she'll give it to Amy Morris. Morris over to Carter, Carter to Weiniger. Weiniger brings it across the half-court line. She passes over to Lisa Carter. Lisa looks, she shoots. Nice shot by Lisa Carter. She's getting closer and closer, inching her way up to the 1,000 mark.
All right, Maxey working right at half court. Pass long down to Bond. Bond working it into Broadwater. Back to Bond. Shot is up, and Calton's going to get that foul. I think that is either 4 or 5 for her. I believe she's going to come on out of here. I don't know if she's got one left or not. I don't believe she is fouled out. Going to the line, number 14, Jennifer Bond, be shooting a 2-shot foul, and that first one will not fall in there. Lines the second one up, and it goes. Lisa Carter will inbound for Gate City.
Kathy Weiniger with the ball now. She passes to Lisa Carter. Lisa back over to Weiniger across the half-court line. Weiniger at the top of the key. She takes a long shot. Won't go. Rebound by Lisa Carter. Lisa shoots, and she is fouled. That'll bring Lisa Carter to the line.
They fouling the wrong lady there.
Lisa, an excellent foul shot shooter. Let's see what she does with these. Oh, doesn't foul that time.
She may have a little case of the nervous jitter. She is aware of where she is.
I'd definitely be nervous if I was that close to 1,000 points.
Second shot good. All right, we're working the ball down. Maxey over to Conda Hillman. Hillman looking with a long shot up. No good. Comes down. Lori Jones going to play tough underneath and gets it off to Lisa Carter.
Lisa brings the ball down. Long pass to Kathy Weiniger. Over her head. Kathy's not as tall as Lisa thought she was.
Weiniger stands right about 5 feet. She is an aggressive guard for Gate City. Plays some awful good ball. Can shoot from anywhere. Number 22, Carol Maxey, working the ball across half court, goes over to Conda Hillman. Hillman pass down to number 20, and it will work into Broadwater. She'll put the shot up and in. Gate City leads 37-25.
Lisa throws the ball into Morris. Morris back over to Carter. Carter, long pass over to Morris. Morris brings the ball down. She finds Lori Jones. Lori into Michelle Lane. Michelle shoots. Nice shot by Michelle Lane. She's doing a really good job tonight.
Lane, a good night. Conda Hillman going to inbound for Twin Springs, and she'll get it over to Maxey. Working a little bit of pressure, but not much, is the Gate City defense right now. Hillman on top of the key. Down over to Bond. Bond quickly, good move to the inside. The ball goes up, she gets her own rebound, and the second shot will fall, and she's fouled in the act. Bucket counts, and that'll give her a chance for a three-pointer from the line here. Coming into the game is number 21, Deanne McConnell, Karen Calton, Michelle Lane, and Kathy Weiniger come out. Bond will be shooting from the free throw line. One shot. Up and in, they say.
Lisa throws the ball into Deanne McConnell. Deanne back to Carter. Carter quickly across the line. She slows things down for Gate City. She takes a shot. Oh, doesn't go in there, just barely misses. Lori Jones with the rebound. And we have a foul by number 20, I believe it is. Nikki May. Lori Jones will be coming to the line for Gate City.
Jones, senior this year, substitutes on the Gate City team. She is an aggressive player and has come a long way in the last year. She's a good player.
Her first shot is up, and it doesn't fall. Rebound by number 20, Nikki May.
Passing off there, winds up finally in the hands of Hillman. Hillman stolen away by Lisa Carter. Here we go, one-on-one. Got a foul.
And that was Definitely a foul there by Conda Hillman.
She stuck the hand in and says, "Let me push your arm."
That's not allowed in basketball, and I'm sure she knows that. She's just trying to prevent an easy layup for Lisa Carter, and she can definitely make those layups. First shot by Lisa Carter. Nice beauty by Lisa Carter. She's just 5 away from the 1,000 mark. Here's her second shot. It's up, and it's also in there. Nothing but net. Nice shots by Lisa Carter.
All right, Twin Springs trying to hold it with the Gate City team, and we got a buzzer here. Someone is wanting in. They can only go ahead and play. Somebody buzzed when they didn't need to. Bond with a shot, will not fall. Comes down to Deanne McConnell. Tough lady underneath.
McConnell brings it down the court. She passes to Carter, but it's stolen away by number 32, Hillman. Hillman passes to number 14, Bond.
McConnell will be caught with the blocking foul on the far end against Bond, but she was playing the right kind of defense. When you have to commit it, go ahead and commit it. That was to save a sure layup, and you can't blame a young lady for playing good heads-up basketball like that. It's part of the game. The foul is something that you use only when you have to.
I know. I had 4 of them in the JV game. I cut it close.
You did not have your best night on fouls, but you had some offensive playing tonight. Number 14, Bond, put it in, and that will bring the score to Gate City 41, Twin Springs 29. The second shot rolls around and goes in, so it's 30-41.
Lisa Carter throws the ball in to Kathy Weiniger. Kathy comes down the court over to Deanne McConnell. Deanne finds Lori Jones. Lori looks inside, passes back out to McConnell. Lisa Carter with the ball. Now she drives. She shoots it, and it's off. Rebound by McConnell. McConnell puts it back up and in. Nice job by Deanne McConnell.
All righty. Hillman to Maxey. Maxey back to Hillman, and we're going to get it across the half-court line. Tries to go to Broadwater. Karen Cowton got the hand in and batted the ball out of bounds. Good play there by Karen Cowton. Looking into Hillman. Passing down to Bond. Back out to Hillman. Looks inside to Broadwater. Stolen away by Carter.
17 seconds left now. Lisa brings it across the half-court line. Lisa to Weiniger. Weiniger back to Carter. Carter will shoot, and it doesn't go. Rebound by, we'll have a foul here on Kathy Weiniger. 1 second left.
1 second, so we're going to go to the other end of the floor and shoot a 1-and-1. We've got a whole nother quarter. Lisa Carter is only 4 points away, folks. Sure, they're going to stop the basketball game at that point in time and present it with her to it, but now she doesn't have it yet, so we may not see that tonight. We'll have to see what happens in the fourth period. As the score at the end of the third is 43-41.